Cullen's brain. Hello, everyone. My name's Cullen, and this is another episode of Cullen's Brain. And I've completed a series in the past called Zombie Survival School, a series of shorts with tips on how to survive in a zombie apocalypse. And when I finished that series, I felt proud, tired, and kind of sad. I'm changing the way I go about zombies. Zombies are coming here to Cullen's Brain. And for this episode of Cullen's Brain, I'm going to be talking to you about where I stand on bombing cities during a zombie apocalypse. You may have seen scenes in The Walking Dead or Resident Evil Apocalypse, where nuclear or conventional bombing is used to kill a mass of zombies to at least attempt to save the rest of the human species. Is it the right thing to do? Is it evil? For this video, I will not be giving a simple yes or no answer to such simple questions. In fact, whether or not it is right to bomb a city during a zombie apocalypse depends on the facts of the situation. So, what things do we consider? The first consideration is the population. How many people are there in the city? Population surely is not alone in determining whether or not to bomb a city, but it's important. And it's an important input for other considerations. I will be going over them soon. The second consideration is what's the severity of the zombie outbreak in the city being analyzed? If only one zombie is in there, bombing it may be jumping the gun if the police or even someone with a knife can put it down in seconds. Don't load up the planes, dude. If 3 blocks have scattered zombies and they surround the city center, it's on the seesaw. Maybe you can handle it with enough people with guns. If 80% of the population is infected, it will be logical to bomb the city if the population is high enough. Why is it only justified to bomb the city if the population is high enough? That's where the third consideration will answer that question. For bombs to be useful, they first have to be made. And they're not going to be manufactured as much anymore because it'll depend on people actually showing up to work, and some will have this attitude, by the way. But it's not just about processing and assembly, there also have to be raw materials. So there will have to be operable mines and oil wells without a zombie problem. Oil would have to be reliable, and while demand would drop due to people dying, who are staffing those pumps if people are dying? So what this essentially means is that if the city population is too low, say 50,000 or less, militaries and governments will not waste conventional bombs, precious limited conventional bombs and nuclear weapons destroying those zombies, and would rather deal with them using guns, or let the citizens fare against them. But if the population is high enough to justify the use of conventional bombs or nuclear weapons, say upwards of 1 million or 2 million, militaries and governments will use those weapons to save lives in the process. Say a city is terminally out of control with its zombie outbreak, it might be deemed necessary and beneficial to use bombing. And this one's going to appeal to the liberals. The fourth consideration is what are the environmental implications? Sometimes this consideration will be thrown out the window for the greater good. Other times, it will be more considerable. Old-fashioned conventional bombing causes pollution, and nuclear bombs cause fallout and radioactive hazards. And there's this trade-off between environmental preservation and national defense. So I imagine the Democrats and Republicans will not get along just because the zombies are a common enemy. Now I'm thinking major cities such as New York, Los Angeles, and Tokyo, home to easily over 2 million apiece, are going to have to be nuked. When it comes to others, there may be vital natural resources, protected species, and with those in consideration, it may be best to try the precision method first, with limited airstrikes, armies, police, and militia instead. Speaking of preservation, our fifth and final consideration is how expensive the city is. While it's not worth even close to all the worth of consideration, armies around the world will try to save expensive, hard to rebuild cities by using guns, infantry fighting vehicles, and grenades with limited air and drone support instead. If the people want their bombed cities back later, I tell you they'll have to put back every building, traffic light, street light, road, trash can, and a tree. And let me tell you, millions of dollars worth of those things are not easy to just bring back. People will fight for good universities and good headquarters for big companies. While that's the case, killing many thousands of zombies, if not millions, may be deemed necessary, even if it means the city becomes Fallout, future Los Angeles from Terminator, or Gaza in 2025. Besides, some of LA looks ugly anyway, just rebuild it better. And really, I do hope that Gaza is rebuilt and the reconstruction will be good for Gaza and the rest of the world. That is a good hope to have. So what I hope you've learned from this video is that it's not a simple yes or no answer to should we be bombing the cities during a zombie apocalypse, but instead, a complex process must be gone through to come to a decision for every city worth considering. And what we'll likely find is that some cities are obvious zombie spawn centers that must be baked off the face of the earth at over 1,000 degrees. And others are supposed to be left alone because they're too small or precious to bother with even one loaded F-15. And for some other cities, maybe the medium-sized ones, some precision bombing may be the most appropriate rather than total destruction or totally leaving the zombies to grow their population. If you have anything to add, please leave a comment. Did I miss something? Perhaps I have more to learn, and I'm interested in learning some more. Also, if you like this video, give it a like. And subscribe if you'd like to hear more of me talking. And see some more of my cardboard crafts. You didn't see any in this video. Well, awkward, but yeah, imagine how good this would be in close quarters during a zombie apocalypse. I wish you a life of ever-increasing wisdom and the ability to admit you don't know what you don't know. I found these things handy. I'm still working on them. And, oh my god, the zombies are here. They're banging on my door right now. They're causing whole dollars worth of property damage, and they don't even know it. Because all they can think with their infected virus brains is, I must eat Cullen's brain. I must eat Cullen's brain and make a new zombie. Let me tell you something. It's uncivilized. I will not stand for this. So I'm going to use my fake gun rights in order to put an end to their madness. By the way, I have a video about this weapon. And I'd like to boost that because I'm selfish. And I'm going to kill those things. Let's survive this thing together.